So the idea is, if I was trying to make 1,000 new connections that were relevant and useful and able for me to help them to help me on LinkedIn, what would I do? And I'll show you exactly how I'd do it. So the first thing that you do is go and get LinkedIn Premium. Okay, Premium's magic because Premium means that you can reach out to 120 people and you can connect with 120 people a week. Now the algorithm probably won't let you, especially in the early days of LinkedIn, won't let you just click on 120 in a day. It's going to require you to actually pace yourself, maybe do it in 3 lots of 40 per week. So you look through these people, you think, oh, who will I click on? Who will I want to connect with? Now a lot of people think, oh, I'll pick the support coordinator. You know, they'll be great. It's like, hold on, wait up. Support coordinators are not on LinkedIn a lot of the time. They're too busy doing whatever support coordinators do. So you'd think that they'd be ideal, but they're not. If you want support coordinators, you go to networking events. Who can you be helpful? If you're a BDM or an ops manager, you want to find other people who are playing the same game you are, and ideally within your local area. Now, I'm all over Australia, so I don't really have the local area thing. Who I look for is basically directors, managers, ops managers, GMs, and BDMs, business development managers. So I might say connect with her. I'm a bit hesitant too because she's only got 12 mutual connections with me, which tells me she doesn't spend a lot of time on LinkedIn probably. But I'll click on that. And people say to me, hold on, Michael, shouldn't you be sending a message that says, hi, I love the work you do, pick me? It's like, no, because people fit into 2 categories on LinkedIn. One category on LinkedIn is that people are in the spot where it doesn't matter who you are, they're going to accept you. And then there's other people who are not going to pick you no matter what. If you click on the president of, I don't know, France or United States, it doesn't matter who you are, they're not going to accept you on their LinkedIn profile. So people are at one end or the other. Very rarely are people in the middle. They're either going to accept everyone or they're going to reject everyone. The exception to that is if you are, say, a marketing person or you're someone who's clearly out for your own benefit. When I see someone come in and they're like, hi, I'm a digital marketing specialist from some random country I've never heard of, I'm like, thanks anyway, I won't accept that person. But if someone's in NDIS world, even if I think, they're probably not going to benefit much from what I do, I'll still put them on. Okay, so that means you don't have to put pressure on yourself to write all these notes to people. I used to do that, but now I'm like, well, they're going to accept or reject me either way. It doesn't matter. So let's get back to it. Who am I going to choose? Well, this middle bit here is really useful. We're not here to follow people. We're here to make high quality relationships. So if I look through here, I mean, Mel Robbins, who wouldn't want to follow Mel Robbins? The reality is she's not going to follow you back. Let's have a look. So if you're a BDM, you want to pick on this guy, particularly if he's close to you, okay? He'd be helpful. If you're me, you want to go for, say, a chief executive officer. I'm almost certain that she'll accept because the sort of people she hangs out with. Or this one here, an operations manager, absolutely. If we've got 53 connections in common, she's obviously proactive on LinkedIn and she probably likes the same people I like. So what we're going to do now is we just keep going down, keep going through. Remember, we're not going to do 120 in a day. We'll do about 30 or 40. A regional business development partner. That probably doesn't convey a lot of authority to make decisions, but if I was in her region, I'd be interested, but I'm not. So, you know, if I was a BDM, I'd choose her, but in my role, that's not really very helpful for me as a consultant. An occupational therapist, that's great if they are local and doing lots. Now, 1, she's not local to me. 2, she's not a director level, but for me, she's connected to 5 people I'm connected with, which either means she never gets on LinkedIn, otherwise she'd be connected to 50, or I don't know, she just hangs out with a different crowd to me, so that wouldn't be helpful. If I'm a BDM, is that person useful to me? Absolutely. He's connected with someone who I actually really get on well with, probably good, but then where's the other 10 or 20 that I'd like to see? Okay, if I was, let's have a look, support coordinator, people get all excited, support coordinator, remember they're almost never on LinkedIn, but this one's connected to 67 other mutual connections. If you're a BDM, absolutely, click on her. For me, you're like, hold on, CEO, does that fit my criteria? No, it doesn't. Okay, for me, I need CEOs, but I need people in the NDIS space. Otherwise, she's not even going to get my NDIS jokes. Okay, she'll just be like, who's this crazy guy? What else we got? Another support coordinator connected to 85 other mutual people. This person actually does stuff on LinkedIn. He's a support coordinator. Quick, click on him if you're a BDM. Now, let's imagine that you're not me. If you're new to the industry, you just click on everyone. Everyone, because anyone can help. You want to find people who you think you get on well with at the coffee shop or get on well with if you met them at a pub. So, say if I'm a 25-year-old support coordinator, I'm new to LinkedIn, I'm new to support coordination, I wouldn't be clicking on that one there. I wouldn't be clicking on the founder of anything. I'd be clicking on people who are like me. Marketing, no, that wouldn't help. Team leader, that person probably knows the ropes a bit more than I would. Bam, I'd click on that. or disability service coordinator, I will click on that, but there's no photo. So they're probably not very active on LinkedIn. A PhD, if I'm a newbie, am I going to click on that? No, I'm not. Okay. A GP, no, it's not related to my industry. But these are the factors that I look for when I'm looking who to connect with on LinkedIn. So a lot of people say to me, well, how would you go about making 1,000 connections in 10 weeks? Well, it's easy. If you've got a premium account, and if you don't have a premium account, then just find someone who does and ask them for their voucher thing. Everyone's got them. And if you don't know where to ask it for, just private message me, ask me for mine, and I'll send it to you. I think all of us get 10 a month that we can give out. That gives you 2 free months of premium. And in that 2 months, let's think this through, do the maths. 120 people a week, and in 2 months, let's say 8 weeks, that's about 1,000 people who you'd be connected with. And that's not including the people who like your post and find you and then ask you to connect. Let me show you what that looks like. If someone comes to my post, people will like your post if they're sort of interesting. If 1,000 people have seen this post, then, you know, that'll probably max out at 3,000. But lots of people find me and they'll like that. They think, oh, that's sort of interesting, and then they'll want to connect with you that way. Or say, this is a how-to video. You do a how-to video, people will be like, oh, this is useful. They'll ask you to connect. Don't do what I did there. I just used AI because I was in a rush to make that picture, and I got penalized badly by the algorithm for AI. That's a personal post, or hey, I'm traveling, I wish I was at home with my family. Not like, no one's going to reach out and want to join you for that, okay? But then stuff like this, you find other people in your industry who you can elevate. People who you like, I like what that person's doing, I want the world to know about it. And you may think, oh, but I've only got an audience of whatever you've got, 500. Elevate them to 500. What's the difference between you elevating them to 500 or me elevating them to 1,500? Like, what's the difference? You're still helping someone. So someone like Ellie Baker, she's changing the world, and I'm happy to let people know what she does. You make that sort of post, you put it out there, and you know what? Ellie Baker's friends are gonna see that, oh, I care about someone that they care about, and they'll add me. Or whether it's Adam or Donald, all those guys, they're super helpful. You just make a post that shows people who they are and what they're doing, and then you watch those posts go crazy, and you made someone's day, and he deserves to have his day made for him. If you follow this, you'll have 1,000 new connections within 10 weeks. Here's the thing, numbers are whatever. Who cares about numbers? What matters is, are they people who you can help and who can help you? And don't go searching for people to join you thinking that they're going to give you referrals tomorrow. No, it'll take them 3 months, 6 months of watching your post before they actually trust that you're the real deal. Because how many people have come to them and gone, hey, give me referrals, I want referrals. It's like, that's crazy talk. But that's how they're assuming you'll be until you prove otherwise. And how do you prove otherwise? You prove otherwise by doing simple things like make posts that elevate others, that show others the good things that are happening in your industry, that show you know what you're doing, and that are not self-serving. Don't go putting up posts of, come to my network event. Honestly, that's not going to help. Instead, be like, here's 5 ways to make a networking event that people actually want to come to. Show off your knowledge instead of being a bit sort of Facebook about it. Hope that's helpful. If you've got any other questions, throw them in the comments below.